As we sit browsing the new release movies, do we need to stop for a minute and consider, is it worth waiting? It's the thing that most physical media collectors struggle with, the waiting, because we all have that fear of missing out. That fear, it drives our purchases. We pick up things day one just so we can get our hands on it. We have to have that limited edition. We need to make sure that we get our slipcovers, and for that reason, we just can't wait on picking up these titles. But if we can wait, does it pay off? Or do we miss out if we leave it too long? Well, there's been a couple of titles recently that I wanted, but I was adamant that I was going to wait until they dropped into an offer. And today, I'm off to London for an audition, so I thought I'd take a little extra time and visit HMV in London while I was there. I wanted to see if it's been worth holding off for these titles to drop in price. Now, admittedly, these titles that I wanted, they're not limited editions, but I wanted the slipcovers. Yeah, I know slipcovers aren't that important, but I wanted them. And the thing is, we all know if we're not quick enough in picking them up, those slipcovers, they're gone. So anyway, I need to get off to London. One thing I love about visiting London is all the friendly people. The whole city was really nicely decorated for Christmas time, and as I was wandering around I actually stumbled upon the premiere being set up for Mufasa, the Lion King sequel. It's nice to see. Oh, enough meandering, just get to the shops. When I found HMV on Oxford Street, there was a Disney store right across the road. You know that's temptation, right? So of course, I had to pay to visit for the kids. There was lots of plastic temptation with the Star Wars figures, but I wasn't in the area for that. We wanted cold, hard movies. So just a hop across the road to the multi-floored HMV. And on the physical media floor, of course, the first thing we see is the new release wall, which, of course, is full of new releases. And on here, Godzilla -1, it is a temptation, but I'm unlikely to watch it again anytime soon. Saw it on Netflix not so long ago, and I'm not ready for that rewatch, so that can sit here for a little while longer. Strange Darling, it's one that I really, really want to see, but I'm not here for that today. We've got another target in mind. As I'm wandering around, they've got a lovely big area dedicated to the boutique label releases. And within that, it's actually a solid sized collection. It was lovely to see. One box set that did catch my eye was the double season box set for Tokyo Vice. I caught the first season on BBC iPlayer and I thought it was a really, really great show. Looking forward to catching the second season. This was one I would have picked up, but it's on my Christmas list. So I couldn't grab it today just in case it's one that the wife's picked up for me. I hope it's in one of the gifts wrapped underneath the tree. If not, I might have to come back and pick it up because I thought it was a great show. Abigail at a tenner. You know, it's a decent price and it's a decent little movie. They had a nice big box set area, and within that area they had the Lethal Weapon collection for £15. Bargain! If you want some festive fun with that first instalment, then 15 quid, you can't go wrong. A wall with 3 for £40 on 4K, that's a solid offer. I just wish they'd alphabetise the titles that are on the wall. Now Super 8. It's a movie I do want to upgrade on 4K, and I'd been patient waiting for an offer. But this is an example where waiting, I've kind of missed out. There's no slipcover. What a tool. So now, I'm going to have to be keeping an eye out in CEX on eBay to try and find myself a copy at a reasonable price that has a slipcover. Twisters. Is it really any good? I've not picked it up because I'm not convinced I need it in my collection. I do want to see it, I'm just unsure that I want it on my shelf. Transformers 1. Now this is a movie that we thoroughly enjoyed at the cinema. I took my kids to see it, they loved it. It's one that I will pick up eventually for them, but at 25 quid, I'm going to hold out for one of the offers. Here we go, True Lies. It's one of the titles that I wanted, and it's in the 2 for £30 offer. It's time I bite on this title. And there's no doubt in my mind that you've probably now guessed the second title that I wanted in this offer, so we need to find aliens. There she is! Oh, Blue Beetle in the 3 for £40 already. Meh. Now this title, Doctor Sleep. This is another I kind of slept on. I wanted to pick this up on its initial release, but I waited it out because I wanted a price drop. The thing is, the initial release, it had the director's cut in the set. And this edition now that you can pick up, nope. It's not there. It's another on my list that I shouldn't really have waited for. No director's cut in this one, so no sale, HMV. Wandering around, I was quite amazed at the sizable anime collection that they had. I've not seen a display like this anywhere. And another thing that amazed me in this HMV was their sizable DVD selection. I'm honestly gobsmacked for DVD. We don't even see this much of a selection in CEX anymore. They had a solid world cinema selection, which I've not really seen anywhere before. Well, not in recent memory anyway. And this section here, it kind of made me smile. We've got Disney epics. Starship Troopers. I've never really considered that Starship Troopers is a Disney movie. It's a great movie though, and one that we're still lacking a 4K release of in the UK. Sort it out, England. They've got a massive superhero selection, and they've got separate areas for DC and Marvel. Which is your favourite? Only one way to find out. Fight! The TV show Superman and Lois. Now, this is a temptation. I've not seen any of it before, but this final season that they're doing, it seems to be getting a hell of a lot of buzz. Is it worth giving it a shot? The first couple of seasons, they're in the 2 for £15 offer on DVD. Or is this a show I should be looking at paying a little bit more and importing the Blu Ray copy of them? Let me know in the comments. Well, after the successful shopping trip, I still have my audition to get to. I went back to Leicester Square where Spotlight's located and it's closed down. I had a frantic 5 minutes trying to find the new location and wishing I hadn't spent quite so much time in HMV. I completed my audition, then it was back up north, back home. It can be a dangerous game waiting out on these price drops. If you're seeking the limited editions or the slipcovers, then you're always at risk of them selling out, which is where that FOMO kicks in. But it's also so hard to second guess what may or may not sell out. And I, probably like many of you, were always going to be sucked into buying them day one because they're limited. There have been a few that have been available for months and months after release and also dropped into sales. Kind of like this Boogie Nights Special Edition has been in sales several times and still not sold out. Yeah, it's meant to be limited. But that sort of thing seems few and far between as collectors and scalpers seem to just snap them all up. But if you look into your title and take an educated guess, then there are savings that can be made. Point Break, for example. I rushed into this limited edition with slipcover and also art cards, and it's now one of the titles that sits happily in the 2 for £30 offer at HMV, and I paid a whopping £25. If you do want to save a little and you're not in a mad rush for certain titles, then it's certainly worth doing a little research and being a little patient and waiting for those offers. It certainly paid off for me on this occasion. Aliens and True Lies. They were £25 each on release, and then just 4 months later, I got them both for £30, which saved me a grand total of £20, which could buy me another new release. So, if you're not in a rush to upgrade or watch a movie again, it's certainly worth considering taking a little time and saving a little bit of cash. If you liked this dip into a little bit of a shopping video, then there's a playlist of other shopping videos right here. As always, thank you for watching to the end. If you made it this far, leave a comment below and let me know if you go in for the day one pickups or if you exercise a little bit of patience. Until next time.